Hi guys. I come bearing updates about Zamani, Andile, Kelvin slash Philani, whatever his name is, right? The updates are as follows. So apparently, emphasis on apparently, this guy has been sighted in Cape Town as we're speaking right now. Like during the days that us ladies have been sharing our stories and our experiences, apparently he has been sighted in Cape Town. Some people say that he has been arrested. Look out for yourself. Be as stubborn as you can be. Be hesitant if you can. Like, just do so much to protect your to protect yourself so that you don't get easily scammed. Like, the world is a cruel place, and I know that there are some of us that are quite gullible while not noticing it. But guys, please be safe. And ladies, stop giving out your account number. If he wanted to send you money, he would use your phone number.
Hello, what is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is the vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys. If you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on that thank you button, right? Anyway, you guys, in this video, I want to warn you guys and alert you of a creepy crawly man and his friend that is roaming around out there, preying on women. Right now, we've heard so many stories of these creepy crawly men that target women on dating apps. Now, this guy doesn't target you on dating apps. He actually physically sorts you out, and he has a type: light-skinned people with a presence on social media. And for some reason, he meets you face to face before he starts his little scam. Right? And once he gets you hooked, that's when he's going to pretend as if he's going to take you out, maybe buy you some lunch. Because you know how women are. Men have figured this thing out. Women like money. So if a random guy that you just met today on the sidewalk, or maybe you're walking to your car, and he's like, damn girl, you're so fine, can I get your number? And then he gets your number and he chats to you, he softens you up. And then randomly he's like, can I send you some money? This is his tactic, this guy. Can I send you some money to for lunch or whatever it is? And he does indeed send you the money. He sends you the money for you to then believe that, oh, because this is what women have been saying for the longest time. If a man sends you money, then he's really, really interested. He's really, really trying his best. So this random guy that I met on the side of the road is going to send me lunch money. 500 rand for lunch. What lunch costs 500 rand? Just on a normal work day. Right? And he sends it to lure you in, soften you up, weaken you. So that you're going to think that, oh, he's got money. If he's sending me 500 rand for lunch, 500 rand for a sandwich, then that must mean there's more money to come. So I am going to carry on, chat to this guy, and I'm going to hook up with him the day he says, let's hook up. That's the guy's strategy. This guy goes by the names Zamani, Andile, Kelvin, Philani, Charlie Kumalo. Those are the names that he goes by. And he asks these girls for their account details. But he always specifically asks for their Capitec account details. Always. In every story that I heard, it was always Capitec. Which makes me believe that he must have somebody working with him on the inside at Capitec. Some of the girls, the stories that I'm going to play for you now, did not give them their Capitec information, or they just don't use Capitec. Not everybody uses Capitec, but this guy assumes or thinks that everybody uses Capitec, especially ladies. I don't know why. Right? And when he, apart from asking them for the Capitec details, he also asked them for their physical addresses. And their work addresses. I'll send you the food at work then. I'll send it to your home. Very persistent on sending them money or food to their addresses or to their Capitec accounts, which is very sus to me. These people are dangerous. And then what happens is, after you accept the lunch money or whatever, then a day or a few days after that, he's going to say, let's link up, get tonight, let's go out for our date. But then he always rocks up with his friend. And then they drive really, once you get in the car, they drive. You've never met this guy. This is the first time you're meeting him and you're getting into his car. And he has a friend there. You go, he drives really, really, really far. These girls don't know where this location is. They can't recognize the place. But they keep on going further and further and further before they ring the alarm. And then when they get to a point where it's really, really far, that's when he starts to switch and starts to slap them around in the car. Then once they bank cars, all their information and what have you. I haven't heard any one of these girls saying that they saw the pew-pew, but he alludes to the fact that there's a pew-pew in the car. He asks the friend, like, where's that thing? And that always rattles the ladies up. Then they take you far away, they empty your account or do whatever they do. They take your phone. One of the girls actually had nudie pics. They took her phone and then they dropped them off somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And then that girl, the one girl, had, when she saw her, they're driving too far. It's getting weird now. She sent her sister the guy's number and picture. So when they dropped her off in the middle of nowhere, and she was able to get a hold of a phone from the people in that community, she said to the sister, call this guy and tell him that we are tracking him, we are going to find him. And then he threatened the girl and said, if you try to find me or do anything freaky deaky, because obviously when they take your information and your banking details and stuff, he also wants the pin to your phone. He says to her, it's fine. And then this girl had a child. It's fine, you can try to find me if you want. But then I'm going to make you trend. You see, you see? I told you guys. Trending is dangerous. It's not always going to be people capitalizing. And how much do people actually really capitalize on trending? Not everybody wants to trend in that way. He said, I'm going to post your nudie pics. I saw the pics and the videos on your phone, your sexy stuff. Get rid of that sexy stuff. Why do you guys still have this stuff? Come on, you guys didn't learn? Tayan Bougie. Grenade. All of them. Delete that shit. And don't record that shit. Stop trying to impress your partners, your new lovers. with your bums, and then you sending them these things. You're gonna get fucked up. Then you still have it on your phone. What are you doing? It's 2024. Come on now, guys. So then he threatened her and said, I will make you trend. Now she's thinking, if I trend in this way, it's going to affect me because I'm going to lose my job. At your workplace, they're not going to care for it. This person is a stalker, is a what. You're going to tarnish their company's name. They got to get rid of you. And she has a son. So she has to start begging and pleading and playing nice with this guy. After he slapped her around, drove her far, stole her money, etc. They don't care. And the other guy that drove to that lady's house, I told you guys about it, that was on TikTok Live. He shagged her, did all the things for a couple of days later to say, hey, I'm with my wife, don't call me at this time, don't call me. After he spent her money, and she was complaining about it on another podcast. That's another thing. You guys cannot keep things to yourselves, eh? Everywhere you're going, get a podcast, get a podcast. I understand trying to expose the creeps. Hey, man, some things, it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed of the things that you did. You should be embarrassed. Some of you. Please be careful of this guy. He's another predator. I don't know if he's found because the story is going around. It's only a matter of time until he gets caught. I'm sure right now he's not doing his little scam. He's laying low because people are talking about it. And there's not enough buzz on the story. This guy is dangerous. Because if he's doing it, the few girls that I've seen, he's done it many other times before. And then what happens one day when there's a crazy girl that they take and she fights back and fights hard? They will kill her. I told you, a liar is a thief. You will graduate. You will consistently climb that ladder of criminal activity to cover up your tracks. And if there's a crazy girl in the car and she's gonna fight back, fight for her life, you're gonna wanna shut her up. You're gonna do anything to cover up your tracks. They will become eliminators if they are not found. We cannot say that they must not bring back that penalty. They must bring it back for these motherfuckers. They want to finish us off. Preying on vulnerable people, women, kids, grannies. Basile. And they're just doing it out in the open. And his strategy is not to leave a serious paper trail like on the dating apps and stuff. He meets you. I think he scouts you out for days to see your movements, to watch you. And then he prounces. Because these girls that relate their story said that they met him face to face first, not online. But then there's other ones that are targeting you online because you are desperate. You are desperate. Go check out my relationship content. It will be up either by tonight or tomorrow, the latest tomorrow. And I'll be uploading new relationship content and how women should actually navigate this world with these men. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's serious. These people mean business. And some of you won't be that lucky to get away. Sure about how Besta. How Besta did that shit. Facebook RPist until he eliminated the other girl. They graduate, guys. Men are not safe. Men are not safe. Men are not safe. You have to be careful. So he goes by, once again, these names. Zamani, Andile, Kelvin, Philani, Charlie, Kumalo. Maybe he has other aliases, but those are the ones that I know. Right? Anyway, stick around, guys. Let me play you guys these videos. These women's testimonies or stories. It's the same MO over and over again. Please be careful. And this is the motherfucker right there. That's not real. I need it. Share this video. Let every other woman know. And let them know I said stop being desperate. You're a queen. You're a dazzling diamond. I said it. I said it to you. Therefore, it's true. You cannot be so desperate. If somebody's saying they're going to say, what is lunch, guys? I'm going to send you lunch. I'm going to send you 500 rand. Have you never been with a man that has spent thousands and thousands on you? That you're going to be tickled by 500 rand. I know some instances you are in very desperate situations, but think. 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 And then you get those hoes and thoughts online that tell you about these what enhances. And even if you don't give him the poom poom, he'll give you money, and then he'll take you and go throw you in the dust and clean out your bank account or eliminate you. Think, ladies, think. And I told you guys that gut feeling is there for a reason. It's there to protect you. Life is spiritual. We are spiritual beings living a human experience. It's not a joke. You need to start listening. If you can do the smallest thing as listening to your gut feeling, trust and believe, you're going to start hearing God even. You will. Because He communicates to you with all of your senses. That ringing in your ears. That flickering of your eye. That gut feeling. That thing in your chest, in your throat, like a lump in your throat. It's a warning. Your body is telling you something. God is speaking to you. You have to listen. Konto off. Don't brush those feelings off. Catch yourself in the moment when you're having those feelings and be like, what was I thinking of? What was I about to do? Oh, I was about to hook up with that guy. Let me not go. Listen to your body. Listen to God. You need to start being a bit more conscious. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are just roaming around drunk all the time. I'm always drunk. Because I feel like when you're always drunk, that's when you're going to really not be able to tap in and feel and understand or hear. You can't always be, are you guys Monday to Sunday drunk? No, it can't be. You have to start listening now. You don't have a choice. I'm telling you this right now. Stop that thing of being oblivious. Most of these men don't like you. They want to keep, they don't want you, they want what you have in your account, between your legs. Or they want to infect you with something because they're mad. Because they were hoes and thoughts. And they are thoughts, but I mean thoughts. Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. Right. Anyway, be safe out there, you guys. Play safe out there, you guys. And listen to your body. Your body can make people, ladies. It makes another person. Your body, every person that is on the world, that is in the world, was made in a woman's body. Ask yourself why. Why? Everyone that is walking on this earth was made inside of a woman for months. Why are you not listening to the signals and signs that your body is giving you? Your hair standing out. I told you guys, sometimes you think, oh, I like this guy so much. Oh, it's a crush. Butterflies. Sometimes those butterflies are not butterflies. Those butterflies are telling you to run. Run, bitch, run. For the hills and fast and far. Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Your life is valuable. Don't make a mistake and die a mistake. Because people die a mistake. Because God gives you all the signs and the signals. And then you miss them and you miss them and you miss too many. And now you're dead. You're gone. Things like that. I'm tired of this thing now. I'm tired of this thing that is happening to us. Because it always feels like it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. It's like it's caving in. Please be careful, guys. Anyway, I love you guys. Keep dazzling. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. right? And let's also look out for one another. Because even some women out there are predators and crazy. They will sell you out or sell you for money. Desperate freaks. Be careful. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
So I met this guy before this incident happened. I met him like 7 or 8 months before the incident happened, and he showed interest in me and he wanted to, get to know me better. But at the time, because I was in a relationship, I was not really like interested in going out with him because I was in a relationship. But this guy was persistent, so in my head I was just like, you know what? Let me just give him my number and then I can ignore him properly on WhatsApp rather than, him coming to my place of work and, bothering me there. And I'm forced to have like small talk with him. So I was just like, let me just give him my number and then see where that goes. So then on WhatsApp, he texts me and he's like, he starts, pursuing me properly. And then I let him know, I'm like, dog, you know what? I have a man. I'm not interested. I have nothing to offer you. And, he seemed to understand what I was saying. And then he stopped chasing for a little bit, which I thought, okay, I've gotten this person off my back. But he kept consistent and trying to, just take me out, and all of that shit. So the questions were just so uncomfortable for me. Like, it was questions like, who do you live with? Can you please send me your home address so I can estimate what the distance is from my place to yours? And I was just uncomfortable with just giving like a stranger my home address, considering that I stay alone, and it was giving Zimbabwe. How do people do this? Like, I'm forgetting so many things that happened before I got to the part that I'm at now, and because I'm not having a great time, this is not easy. So before he asked all of those things, he asked to send me lunch at work, breakfast actually. And I was like, yeah, definitely you can send breakfast, And he started like making excuses like, how can I send you breakfast when I don't have your Capitec account? And I'm like, I don't have Capitec. And he's like, okay, let me make a way to send you your money. Okay, cool, I agree. And then he sends Capitec cash send. He sends me 250. And he's like, after sending me that money, he says to me that he would like to show me how serious he is. So in my head, I'm just like, you know what? This guy is crazy. Anyway, so I then decide, and then I agreed to go out with him later that day because I wasn't doing anything. And then he asked me where my child would be. And I said to him, my child is around, but I do have someone watching over him until I come back from the date. And he was like, okay, cool, not a big deal. And then after work, I got ready. I went to go meet up with a friend of mine for drinks. I had 3 drinks. I didn't even eat at that place because I was just like, you know what, me and this person are going out, so why should I buy food? So I ended up not buying any food. And no, I actually did. I bought wings and we're having cocktails. And my phone died and I made a plan to get my phone charged because obviously I was looking forward to going to wherever I was supposed to go after, this whole thing. And now that I think about it, I wish I had just left my phone to die and not make a plan of how I'm gonna, speak to this person. So I make a plan to ask somebody to charge my phone for me so that I can be able to speak to this person. And then he calls me and he's like, I'm at the place where we're supposed to meet up. Because initially he wanted my address. And I was like, no, let's meet, at a mall. And then, so when I got to the place, he started texting me. He was about to leave actually because he had been waiting for me for so long. And I had obviously I had to make a plan to get my phone charged. And yeah, so he tells me where he's at, and then as I'm walking up to his car, I realize that the way he's parked, it's, literally kind of hiding from the camera. So I don't think much of it. I'm just like, oh, maybe he was about to leave, so that's why he's parked that way. And then when I walk towards the car, I realize that he's with a friend, and I'm thinking in my head, where is the friend going? But anyway, I don't make much of it. I'm just like, you know what, it's okay. So I get into the car, and he starts commenting on my weight, and he's like, oh, you've gained so much weight. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? I tell them, I'm like, no, I don't feel great, because the first thing you're gonna say to me when you see me is to talk about how I've gained so much weight, so I'm already like, annoyed. And his friend is like, oh no, when he said we're meeting someone, I didn't think it was someone this beautiful, but if you know me, you'll know male attention or male compliments or, all of those things do nothing for my self-esteem. Like, I literally just, it really does nothing for me. So he starts explaining to me why his friend is there, and he says that his friend is there because they're in the taxi industry, and his dad had sent him to go collect money from one of the drivers. So his friend is just accompanying him to go do that, and then we're gonna go drop the friend off, and then we can just go anywhere, have a sit down and have a drink, just the two of us. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with that, it's not a big deal. And then he gets on the phone and he starts speaking to this person. He's like, please send me the location, stuff like that. And we're following a GPS as we're driving, but we're driving for a long time, and I'm starting to feel uncomfortable, and it's already later on in the day, it's getting dark. So I then, we're driving for a while now, and then I start asking him, where the fuck are we going? And then he says to me, we are going to, this thing is not too dark. We are going to, fetch the money. He's following the GPS, and we're almost there. So now I see the boards on the road. The boards are saying we're leaving Gauteng. And I asked him, I'm like, dog, where the fuck are we going? Like, we've been on the road for a long time. And then he says to me, no, we're almost there. Hi, okay, sharp. We're driving. And then when we get to a certain place, he starts asking his friend, he's like, I wonder where this guy is taking us, because oops, sorry, I just didn't focus. Where is this guy taking us? Because I don't know this place, He's acting like he's confused. So now we are nearing the place that they are going to collect the money. And once we get there, I start feeling uneasy. So I text my friend and my sister, my two friends. I send them the location. I'm like, hey, I send them this guy's number and the location. I'm like, hey, if anything happens to me, this is who I was with, and this is my last known location. And when I lift my head up, because I was sitting like this, okay, this video is gonna need a part 2. So this is part 2 of how I got robbed under the impression that I was going out on a date with a man, a boy. Anyway, so I'm looking down my phone, and I'm just sending my friends location just to, let them know that, hey guys, if I disappear, this is who I'm with, and this is my last known location. So I send that, and the moment I lift my head up, I realize we're at this place that is so dark, like there are literally no houses where we are. So now I start panicking, and he's on the phone, and what I hear him say next made my heart drop literally on the floor. He says to the person he's speaking to on the phone, he's like, yeah, I have the girl here. Yeah. Now I lift my head up, and I'm like, what's going on? And then he turns around and he slaps me literally across my face. And he's like, look down, don't look at me, look down, Ebo. So I'm like, yeah, okay, geez, like you just literally just slapped me. I'm gonna do everything you're telling me to do right now. So now I'm scared. I'm like, yo, this boy literally just hit me. Let me do everything that he tells me. And he's like, he starts saying to me, you see that car in front? So I look in front, and then there's this a car that is flicking the lights, and he's like, yeah, that's your transport. There's other girls in there. You are going to Mozambique today. Now in my head, I'm confused. I'm like, Mozambique? I'm going to Mozambique to do what? I don't have plans in Mozambique. What the fuck? And he's like, yeah, this is Sheet Lamb by Shein. I absolutely love it. And he's like to me, yeah, you're going to Mozambique today. This is just a lesson to you not to trust people that you don't know. Yo, in my head, I'm like, this is definitely a lesson. I'll never trust anyone. You've taught me a really great lesson. This thing is too much. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I've definitely learned my lesson. What the fuck? And he's like to me, so I start begging. I'm like, yo, please, like, I'm a child, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, dude, you didn't think about those things when you were going around with people you don't know. Yeah, I know. I felt the heat at the time. I was like, yo, no, this man means business. And then he's like to me, give me your phone. I give him my phone. Now, as I give him my phone, I'm crying inside because I know I have private photos that I don't want anyone to ever lay eyes on. So I'm crying inside, and he's like, yeah, give me your phone. Give me your phone. So I give him my phone, and then he says to me, I'm running out of time. I don't think I'll be able to finish this video. And then he's like to me, what's your password? So he punches it on his other phone. And then after punching that number, he's like, yeah, where's your Capitec account? I'm like, I told you I don't have a Capitec. I don't know why he thought I was joking. And he's like, okay, where's your banking app? I tell him where my banking app is, and he's like, okay. He goes into it. I don't know what he does. He does his own things there. And then he says to me, his friend is like, you know what, you're so lucky because my friend has a soft spot for you. Soft spot when he just assaulted me. In my head, I'm like, yo, this guy is so evil. He assaults people that he has soft spots for. I was so confused. That statement just left me so confused. I'm gonna cut out a lot of things because I'm in a hurry. I then decide that, oh no, as I'm sitting there, like I start begging with him, I start begging him, and he then says to me, I need to stop begging. Do I think that he drove me all the way there to beg him, and then he lets me go that easily? That's when I started seeing the seriousness of what was going on and the situation that I was in.
Hey guys, so I'm so sorry for delaying with the part 3 because I honestly didn't think the video was gonna blow up and a lot of people were gonna be interested in the story. And also I was in a hurry yesterday, like I was all over the place. And I just want to explain what happened at the end of part 2. I did my face, but I absolutely hated it when I was done and I was running out of time. So I just wiped my face and I did my makeup in the car because I hated it. I felt like I looked like that boy that almost killed me. But what happened? Oh, so we're sitting in the car and he kept on like saying to his friend, please pass me that gun. If she tries to run out or something, I'm just gonna shoot her. Yo, and then I start begging. I'm like, yo, guys, please, please, I have a child. Like, if I died here, I have no one to leave my child with because I just want to be there to raise my child. And he's like, yeah, when I should have thought about that before you
before you went out meeting people that you met on the road. So I was like, yo, hi, this guy means business. And then he took my phone and obviously went through my phone. The first thing that he did, so I sent my friends and my sister the live location so they can track me. If they decide to drive the whole night with me, they can just track me and be able to find me. So the first thing he did was he went to my WhatsApp and switched off the live locations. And then he deleted his number and our chats, right? So that in case I try to recover my chats, I won't find, the whole things that he was texting me before I agreed to go out with him. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot her. Now I'm begging. I'm like, guys, you can do whatever you want to do, but please don't take me to Mozambique or like kill me. Guys, I need to be alive. I need to be alive for my child. And then he was like, yeah, we're not gonna negotiate with you. And he slapped me. I think he slapped me like 3 or 4 times. And as he's slapping me, I'm like, okay, I understand you're trying to rob me, but why hit me? Like, I asked him and he was like, hey, shut up. So I was just like, yo, no, this man is serious about what he's doing. And okay. And and then he goes through my app. He does what he does on the app. And then his friend kept on saying, yeah, you're so fortunate because my friend likes you. I'm there like, I don't want to hear any of these things. Like, can you guys just take me home? And then this guy did whatever he did on my phone. And then he tells his friend, yeah, we're good to go now. And he says to me, get out of the car, face that direction and kneel down. So I obviously, I'm like, oh, thank you, God. I get out the car, I kneel down, I do as he tells me. And then he drives off. Now, as he's driving off, I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, did I just go through that? It's not really like going into my head that this is what actually just happened. So I get off and then they drive off. They're following that other car. So they drive off and then they disappear. After they disappeared, I stood up and then I just started walking slowly. But as I'm walking, I'm like, these guys are gonna come back and they're gonna find me. So I need to run as fast as I can. I started running and then I saw like houses. I ran to the first house that I saw, and there was a mini bus outside with like a lot of young people. So I ran to the guys. I'm like, yo, guys, can you please just help? And they're like, my sister, you know what happened? I'm like, guys, I just got robbed. And they're like, yo, they robbed such a beautiful woman. I'm like, yo, guys, I don't need that. Like, I don't want to hear that. Can you guys just help me with a phone or request an Uber for me? Like, can I just get home? And then they borrow me a phone. I call my sister. I'm like, babe, they just robbed me. Like, can you just text that guy? Because I sent my sister that guy's number. Can you text the guy and tell him that it's not going to be hard for us to find him because we have so much information about him. I have his first name, second name, and his last name. I have his number. So it's not going to be difficult for us to find him. And then my sister texts him. And then I call my friend Fanele. I'm like, Fanele, dog, I just got robbed. Can you please request an Uber for me? She's like, yes. I'm like, call MTN, tell them to block the phone because I wanted them to block the phone because remember I had said that I had private photos on that phone. So I wanted her to call MTN so they can block the phone so he doesn't get access to it. MTN is offline. Now finally request an Uber for me. Okay, I go home. When I go home, I asked my sister, did that guy respond? He responded immediately when I got home and he was like, it's okay. You can look for me. It's fine. But you are going to trend. You're going to be famous. I want to make you famous. I want to make you a star. You see those pictures that I found in your phone? I'm going to post them on social media and I'm going to make you trend. I think that was the beginning of my nightmare. Like everything that had happened wasn't as bad as him threatening to post those pictures because I was thinking, like, I'm not an influencer or a baddie or anything like that. I'm just a girl, like a normal girl. Now, if you post those pictures, firstly, I'm gonna lose my job. Secondly, it means my child can't go to school. I can't have a normal life. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? Like, how am I gonna, eat? how am I gonna work? How am I gonna do stuff? You know. So I now switched from confronting him and being like confrontational and like trying to tell him how much he's a bad person. I went from that to begging him. Now I'm begging. We texted the whole night. I didn't sleep. And the whole night I was just thinking of ways to just end my life. Like I always think about, like I think the main thing that I fear right now is death. And I fear death because I have a child, and I just don't want my child to live without me. Like I don't want him to obsess about what my mom looked like, what her mannerisms were like, what does she like, what does she look like when she walks, you know, those kinds of things that I obsess about over my dad, who passed away when I was still a baby. So like I just don't want him to go through that. I want him to experience me. I want him to understand the kind of person his mom is. And at that time, like I was just not thinking about those things. I was just like, if I kill myself and the pictures come out, at least I'm not there to, you know, deal with what people are gonna say about me. And he was like, no, as long as you don't try to find us, it's okay. I won't post your pictures, right? Now, okay, I'm thinking, okay, we buried this thing, it's okay. I'm sitting at home and I'm like, let me go on Twitter and actually type this guy's details and see if maybe he's trended before or you know what's going on. Lo and behold, there is a lady who got robbed the very next day after my incident. The very next day after my incident. And she managed to get a picture. She got the plate number of the car that they were driving. I didn't get any of that. And I was just so shocked. I was in disbelief. I texted that lady. She seemed to be very active on Twitter before that tweet. But now, she's just gone MIA after that tweet. So I was worried. I was like, yo, did she speak up? And these guys actually went and... Because I think they fetched her from her place. That's how she was able to get their pictures and their car registration. Now I'm worried about the girl. I'm like, I'm texting her. I'm trying to text the people that she's tagged on her posts to just check if she's still alive, is she still safe, is it safe for us to speak out, you know. And for me, I feel like they made it so difficult for me to come out and say anything because they had something that they could use against me. With the other girls, they didn't really like have much that they could use against them. So for me, like I was really in a dark place and I was just like, these guys should have just killed me. And when I told my mom, she thought that I was SA'd. And I told her, I was like, I was not. And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And each time I tell people the story, they always just assume that like I was SA, but I wasn't. I wouldn't lie about it. I absolutely hate this guy. I wouldn't want to defend him or say he didn't do it, you know. But it worries me that, you know, when you do something for so long, you get good at it and you get better at it and you find ways to make it even more interesting. I feel like if they continue doing this, some people are really going to get hurt, you know.
Street lights in most of the streets, a lot of potholes. My friendy, it's that kind of area. But I'm not too fussy because we are going to a taxi driver. So, hey, go. Can't expect a taxi driver to stay in center now. Sharp. As we're standing there at the location now, it's dark. I'm not thinking much of it. The yellow bone has been pretending to be on a call with the driver, I'm assuming. Ndoda ukuphi, why are you taking so long? We have to go somewhere in. We get there, we're still standing, and he's still fake calling. Eventually, he says, I'm on my phone now. I'm at the back, I'm on my phone. He says to his dog friend, see, police's bum. I'm like, child, I ain't Zulu, but I know Zulu when I hear it. And I know a threat when I hear it. See, police's bum. The friend is like, Sikon, cinema bullet I ate. I'm like, okay, why the fuck do we need bullets now? Did those guys not switch on me? Hey, man. Clap. I'm like, I'm in shock. I'm in absolute shock. I've been cool with these gents. We have been chit-chatting. I kind of feel like I know them-ish. Something like this has never happened to me. Yeah, man. The clap. I don't want to say the word. CF. I want to say F. What? CF happened. Let's lay your phone. I'm like, alrighty. You are beating me up, firstly. I'm gonna do whatever the heck you say I must do. I give him the phone. He changes the password. He's pressing whatever he's doing. He's like, give me the password. I give him the password. So, because I'm like, okay, what's going on? As soon as you ask questions, I'm like, I don't want to get beaten any longer. I'm going to participate. And I'm going to do whatever this guy's asking me to do. So I can just see myself out of this situation. They take my phone. They change my password. They delete my iCloud. And luckily, before I left my place, I texted a friend of mine because I saw it was the two of them all the time. So I'm like, why not invite another person? So it's just like the four of us or whatever. So I texted this other friend of mine. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? In. And she's like, nah, just knocked off and I'm a bit tired. I had a hectic day, so I can't come. I am so glad she couldn't come because what? You know what I mean? So at least it was me alone and my decisions that I made by myself. They changed they opened my apps. So I had Standard Bank and Capitec. They go to Standard Bank. Guys, they're sending themselves money. They milked me. Standard Bank Saka, it had quite a chunk nyana, because that's where I do my savings. And then Capitec is my day-to-day bank. I think it had something like 2K-ish. They sent themselves what's this? A cash send. And then they made me call someone. They're like, no, call someone else to give you money. We want money. What. So me, I'm a mama's baby, guys. Disclaimer. I call my mom. I'm like, dude, I am in trouble. Send me a cash send of such and such an amount. My mom at first was reluctant because she was like, nah, why do you want a cash send, dog? I'm like, no, send it. I will explain everything later. I am in big, dude. Help me out. Send this. I will talk to you at a later stage when I can. She does it, okay? And I think after that, they were like, okay, proper willing to let me go. They drove around. As they're driving around, they're like, don't lift your head, nothing. I'm panicking. I'm trying to see where I am. I know the area, but I'm trying to see if we're getting out of the area or are we going to like a house. At this point, I'm just scared of being raped or killed, or I'm crying. I'm pleading for my life. I'm thinking about my kids. I'm crying, I'm pleading. They're like, no, we're not going to hurt you. Just keep quiet and participate in whatever. Be cooperative. You're going to get out of this alive. You're going to see your kids. Just shut up and be quiet and keep your head down. They drive around. Guys, I can't track where I am. I can't figure out, at least with the streets. The streets are dark. Luckily, they stop at some... So there's houses. There's, like I said, it was a colored area. They stop there. They let me go. The guy says, okay, this is what's going to happen now. I'm going to open the door for you. You're not going to scream. You're not going to make like a noise. You're not going to be dramatic about nothing. You're going to get out and you're going to face the other way and you're not going to look back. He does that. I'm like, okay. At that point, I just wanted to see myself out of that car because I tried to open it and there was like child lock at the back. It's like a white polo, those new polos. So it doesn't have like a knot or anything. So he's like, no, this is what's going to happen. You're going to do that. I'm like, my brother, feel free. Don't worry about any drama from me. I'm not a dramatic girl. Just open the door. He goes, opens the door. I look the other way and they speed off.
I run into some house there. I'm not even worried about dogs. And again, now if you know me, you know I am scared of dogs. I run into that house and you guys, yeah, screaming there for help, and saying, yeah, basically. That's basically how I got robbed, beaten, kidnapped. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm not the best storyteller. I hope this makes sense or it reaches somebody who might be a victim of this exact crime. These guys are dangerous. These guys will lure you. These guys will make you trust them. Please be careful, ladies. Joburg is not, it's not for kids, guys. It's not for kids, and be safe. If this story sounds maybe similar to what you've gone through, we've got a group chat now. And yeah, there's like 15, 16, 17 ladies from different places with the exact same story. It might be different here and there, but it's basically the same guy. I'm gonna try and actually post pictures and a video, pictures of the light guy and a video of the dark guy, because that's all that we have off of the dark guy. And he's wearing a hat, so it's like kind of covered, but maybe somebody will notice something, a feature, maybe body, lips, nose, something. Whatever information that you have, please feel free to DM me or comment, or I'm gonna also tag one of the ladies that has a story time on TikTok as well about the very same guys. So yeah, gents, yeah, phela kanjalo into yami norapeleng.
When they say that God will save you from multiple things without you even realizing, they mean it. Here I am today to tell my little story about this guy that's been trending. The one that robs and kidnaps girls? Yeah, that one. Okay, first of all, I'm not a storyteller, so don't come for me or anything. But me and this guy met on the 17th of Feb. That was my birthday weekend where I was celebrating my birthday and stuff, so I decided to go get myself flowers at the store. Next thing, I'm walking in the parking lot. He passes me, like full speed passes me, and then reverses back. And then obviously he started talking to me, asked for my number, and then I was so hesitant. At first, I was super hesitant, but then ended up giving him my number. And then he texted me like 5 minutes after that. Then obviously he was complimenting me and whatever, whatnot. Next thing, he asked me like, what was I doing for the day and whatever, whatnot. So I told him my plans because I don't even know what I was thinking. I told him that it's my birthday weekend, I'm celebrating, and I'll be at this place. And we continued talking throughout the day until I got my makeup done. I got everything done for my birthday party. Next thing, he's on some, send me a location so that I can come celebrate your birthday with you and your friends, and I've got a friend. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Didn't think of it, sent him my location. And then this guy decides to ghost me for like, I think 3 or 4 hours, because we got at the venue at 7. He only responded to my message at like 11. And he's like, where are you guys? We are going to, I think they said Zanzo or Live. Don't you want to come with us? And I was like, no, I'm with my friends, so we have plans for other places, right? And then he was on some, okay, cool, I'll see you tomorrow, just the two of us. I was like, okay, cool. Obviously, next day, we didn't talk because I was offline for like 2 days, right? To think that I actually have 2 of the numbers that he was using to text me. I know the make of the car that he uses around where I used to live, because apparently he uses different cars for different locations. So that side, he drove a blue Polo hatchback. I think it was a Polo Vivo. I'm not too sure, but it's blue, and I don't know the registration of the car. But anyway, when I decided to finally reply to his message, I think it was on a Monday, he then decided to be on some, I want to take you out for lunch today. Can you send me your location so that I can come fetch you? I then responded to him and was on some, I do not know you, dude, so how can I be out here giving you my address already? We haven't even been talking for like a week at least, and you're already asking for my address and my live locations. I'll just, put the proof here while I'm talking so that you guys can see like the conversations that we were having. So then after that, he decides to ask me for my work address. I'm like, no, again, because what are you trying to do? And then next thing is on some, no, I want to bring you lunch. I want to bring you my favorite meal from, I think he said Debonair's or something like that. He was like, yeah, I love a triple decker, blah, blah, whatnot. Anyway, we ended up talking for like 2 weeks or so, and he was planning each and every day. He would tell me that, let's go out for lunch, and then he would ghost me. And I'd be like, okay, that's weird. And then obviously when he'd come back, he'd have like an excuse and tell me that, no, he was in Krugersdorp. And I'd be on some, Krugersdorp, what are you doing there? And then he'd tell me that, no, he's a taxi owner, so one of his drivers were misbehaving, or he had to go fetch money from one of his taxi drivers because they need to cash out at the end of the day or at a certain time of the day. I mean, that was crazy to me. But, I just went with it because why not? These are the first chats that we had where he was basically lying that he's he owns like taxis and all that stuff. And then on the other part, I'll be sharing like voice notes.
Kayla, I need to agree with it, like we're gonna go out tomorrow, né? So today I wanted to bring something to eat for later, then Sasa we can go out for the lunch. So nice. But if we find like sister everyone go out for dinner, so but what if you're supposed to go down and plan and that's again. So we're going.
Yesterday you said something about getting me something and all that stuff, which never really happened, and you said you were busy, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I should trust you today, actually, but I feel safer using my car because if I need to leave, I'll leave at the moment that I need to leave. And also, I just met you, so I do not trust you like that. But you can bring something special. I don't know if you're gonna come this side because. So I'm just gonna put like the proof that I have at the end of every part so that it's easier for you guys to follow the whole story, because TikTok is cutting me at 5 minutes every time. Part 2. So since he's going viral and people are looking for him, these are the names that he uses, right? The first one is Zamani. The second one is Kelvin, Sean, and I think Andile or something like that. And there's a fifth name, but I don't remember what the name was. But anyway, to continue from there. So there was a day where I just stopped talking to him completely because he was making me look stupid, He'd plan something and then go MIA. And then come back in the evening and be on some, let's go out for dinner. I want to take you out. So I'd be on some, hey, instead of you coming to fetch me, let me come to you because I'm driving. And then obviously he'd start fighting. He'd be on some, oh, so you don't trust me? Why don't you trust me? I'm just being a genuine person. I just want to come fetch you. What's wrong with me fetching you? I'm like, hey, dude, I do not trust you. And I don't feel safe, giving you my location. And then he'd be on some, no, it's fine. Stay not trusting me. We might as well not go anymore because you don't trust me. I was like, hey, okay, dude, cool. Then came a day where I was at work, right? It was around 11 a.m. He's like, where are you? Can you please send me your work address? I just want to drop lunch for you. Mind you, he has said that before. And I said, no, right? And then I was like, okay, since you insist, I'll send you an address, well, a location that is like close to work. I sent him a location that was like 15 minutes away from my workplace. And then he was like, okay, cool, that's not a problem. Or you can just send me your account number. I was like, what? I'm not sending nobody my account number. If I do not trust you, how do you think I'm going to trust you with my account number? And then obviously he started getting defensive. He's like, why don't you want to give me your account number? There's nothing wrong with giving people your account number. Just do it. And I'm like, no, dude, if you want to send me money for lunch, you can just send it through cash send, e-wallet, or whatever that you use. He's like, okay, cool. And then next thing, I think he ignores my message for like 15 minutes and then decides to tell me that my number is not registered on Capitec. I'm like, obviously, why would it be registered on Capitec? Because I do not use Capitec. And then he's like, no, just send me your account number because you're making it hard for me to send you money. I just want to send you $500. I'm like, dude, do you think that my lunch is worth that much? But anyway, so then again, he started fighting with me because number one, I'm not using Capitec. Second of all, my number, oh my goodness, I'm glitching. My number is not registered on Capitec, which I told him that I do not use Capitec. If anything, you can use my number to send me money if you wanted to send me money. Easy as that, right? And third of all, I'm very stubborn. I am very stubborn. And if I tell you no, it's a no. And I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not gonna change my mind. So I think that's like what saved me from actually being robbed and kidnapped like these other girls. But anyway, since he saw that like I'm not working with him, I'm not budging at all, he decided to block me. He blocked me the first time, right? And then next thing I see him sending me a message. He's on some, babe, I'm in Midrand doing my hair or cutting my hair or whatever he said. Don't you want to come? I'm with my friend though, so come with a friend. I was like, what will I be doing, sitting and watching a person cut their hair? But anyway.
Ngithi mina ngicela ungithembe ukugcina ne. I know phela masifuna uhamba sohamba sonke vele but yabo. So yeah. So khuluma kodwa masekubona. Khuluma sisibonana. Kodwa no, don't have to worry about anything. Ngenza ukuthi mengifika kuwena yabo like ngiyaziphathela ama-flowers yabo. And first I think it's safe ukuthi like umuntu umpick up mina kwi-dates. So yena into engijwayele ukuyenza leyo so yeah. Yabo khona ngizokwazi ama-flowers yabo kushaya ngehug yabo zonke lezo zinto. Basothi sikhuluma kahle masekubona ne. Sikhuluma namhlanje ngine-show ngizofika. Mina bengithi ufuna ukulethela i-favorites yami yabo. Bengithi ulethela i-favorites yabo so angazi-ke but kodwa ngicela usho ukuthi ngifika ini.
It's still in the grand. It's fine. But I just knocked off now. And the meeting starts at 6, 6:30, somewhere there. So I still have like an hour. I still have like an hour and 15 minutes before I actually have to leave and go to the meeting.
Half past 6, okay. I'm gonna confirm now to confirm, yeah? Confirm. Because manje I'm on my way to Santa. Ngibheketani la manje. Yabo. Ngikhona iphasela ngekollector. Nayi into ngayishayisa yazo. Abantu bese lapho ngilungisa ngathi khumbuka. Okay, sorry. Okay, don't say address yakho ne? So that ngizokwazi ukuthi. Send address yakho. Send address yakho so that ngizothenga ngize ngikhona like funa deliver me.
You don't even tell me that you can't hear me because the phone was connected to the Bluetooth. But you said the same thing yesterday about confirming. So you go do your thing. It's okay. It's fine. Go do your thing. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, I think the safest thing right now to do is to actually see you tomorrow. Because I know you won't make it here before 6. Yeah.
nami ngangapheka simo sami yabona namhlanje ngicela nje ya ngizofika lapha half past 6 lapho ne yabona ukuthi pizza yakho njengoba sengibonisa ngedani but what the end just to see no like khona umuntu ofuna ungishaya like yabo the baby like ingane ayifani nami so ingane ayifani nami and so uthi ingane yami so ngifuna ukuthi DNA test but ke sokhuluma sengibona sokhuluma kusawugeza ne apho ngizokubona ngisekhululeke ngizuza kwayena direct yabo sengicela relax nje simo ubona mhlanje ungabheki futhi today uzophinda futhi ongingane phela ungizile futhi ungabheki mhlawumbe ngizoqeda ngabo 7 manje into engenzayo
Nah, I feel like if you're going to be wasting my time, I might as well move on to the next. Yeah, I don't like waiting, and I don't like people playing games with me because I don't play games with anyone. And no, I'm not threatening you. We can't be out here telling each other every day that we're going to see each other, and then it doesn't happen. And that's why I told you that I don't trust you. So if you don't make it through to Bryanston by 3 p.m., then I don't know. I don't think you'll ever see me again. So this guy, now that I'm actually looking at the videos, he has a type. So the other girl is light-skinned. Well, both of them are light-skinned. And the other one has freckles, like me. And then I'm not too sure if the other one also had freckles. But yeah, he definitely has a type. Anyway, after that whole Midrand, him cutting his hair, whatever, whatnot, he was on some, hey, do you know a place where I can do DNA tests? So I'm out here laughing because what is this guy asking me? I'm like, DNA test for what? He's like, no, there's this girl that's telling people the child that she has is mine. So I want to go do a DNA test because I don't trust her and I do not believe her. I was like, hey, dude, I do not know anything about that, so leave me out of it. Anyway, a few days pass again, and then he asked for my home address. This time he was like, no, I'm so serious. I'm gonna take you out for dinner, dress well, blah, blah, whatnot. I was like, okay, cool. Obviously, I was not gonna dress up because he did this 10,000 times, telling me that he's gonna come fetch me, whatever, whatnot. And then when I tell him that, no, I'd rather drive myself there, he'd get angry and then block me or just ignore my text for the entire day. Fine. And then came a day where he asked me for my account number again, and then I was like, dude, I'm never gonna send you my account number. What do you want to do with my account number? Why is it so important for me to give you my account number? He's like, no, I just want to send you $500 for lunch. I really want to send you this money. And I was like, no, dude, I do not want with my account number. Send cash, send. Again, I told him the same thing that I've been telling him 10,000 times. And then it just happened that day we just started fighting, and then he started swearing me and threatening me and stuff like that. So I ended up blocking him, right? And then out of nowhere, I get a text message from a different number. This time, okay, so with the first number, right, his names were Zamani, Sean, Manzi, right? And then on the second number, it was Andile, Kelvin. So I didn't know that it was the same person until he told me that, no, it's Zama. Well, he called himself Zama, but yeah. It's like, no, it's Zama, please unblock me because I really want to send you money. Send me your account number, quick. I'm like, nah, dude, nah, it's not gonna happen. Then again, he started threatening me and then started telling me that I do not trust him and he does not understand why I don't trust him. It's just an account number. He doesn't understand why I'm treating him like he's a bad person, whatever, whatnot. One thing about me, I am so stubborn to the core. Like, when it comes to men, like, you can never do or say anything to me or convince me in any way if I tell a guy that this is what's happening and this is how it's gonna stay. And it's definitely gonna stay like that for the longest time, forever basically. But anyway, I then blocked the other number, and he decided to send me a whole poem basically telling me how much he loves me, how much I need to trust him because he knows that I don't trust people. So I shouldn't like throw in the towel because he feels like me and him are a good match, whatever or not. Thing about him, he's a very persistent guy. Like, he's so persistent. Yeah, my goodness. But yeah, no. Like, if anything, don't be out here going out on dates or trusting people from the get go. Be like me. Because if you're not like me, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble, and it's not gonna be nice at all. I have another story about some other guy, but yeah, don't do this to yourself. You know, some of us have experienced this so that we can come and tell you guys about it. I'm so lucky, and not lucky. I am so blessed that God literally put a shield over me to protect me from that guy. If it wasn't for him, I would have basically been robbed and kidnapped just like the other ones. So stay safe and stay at home, guys. Stay single if you have to. Like, it's really not that deep to not be in a relationship. It's not. And it's not worth your life.
Angithi ngithini namhlanje, like you're going away, you're going out, so ufuna ngithini? Bengizofuna ukuba namhlanje wathi you're going out, niyahamba, so I just, okay, shuthi I won't be able to see you this weekend.
And that's why I'm telling you that I'll be in Bryanston around that time that you want to see me. So if you can make it, then be there. If you can't, then I don't think you'll ever see me again. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know that it's not registered on Capitec because I do not use Capitec, but you can send money to my number using Capitec, just like how you would with an e-wallet, with Absa, with Netbank. It's easy. It's so easy. I mean, you should know this, but you just dial star 120 star 3279 hash, and then you press 9. It's so easy. So I don't know why you're out here.
Kuyafana, awufuni ukusenda i-account, awufuni uhlangana nami, like, ngazi.
Please don't start. I do not know what you're talking about. You've been planning to meet up with me for a whole week, and then when the time comes, what happens? You dip. So don't be out here saying that I don't want to. Just say that you don't have the time or you lack the planning abilities to plan for something. Like today, you were supposed to be close to my workplace at what? 10 to 1. Where were you? You were nowhere to be found. You were offline, right? So please, do not do that. I do not deal well with people blaming me for things that I did not do.
Into engicela nje, ngicela uthi hi kuphela ekuseni. Yeah. Ngiyaxolisa, no?
Okay, so TikTok keeps on removing like the videos that I post with his picture and his phone numbers, basically his information. But I'm just gonna call out his numbers, which are, the first one is 0733895140, and then the second one is 0630328549. So watch out for those numbers. If he has changed them, I don't know. Hi guys. So I come bearing updates about Zamani, Andile, Kelvin slash Philani, whatever his name is, right? So before I start, I just wanted to inform you guys that with your account number. You never share your account number with anyone. And also, you know how girls like snapping their plane ticket and posting it? That also, you should never do that. You see that little barcode on there? That holds so much information about you, but we are not there. Anyway, your account number holds so much information about you: where you live, your date of birth, the amount that you have in your account, like basically personal information about you. And if these scammers get a hold of it, or they have systems to actually use to scam you out of your money, then they're most definitely going to use it. I mean, they're very smart, so why wouldn't they? So don't just go all out here giving people your account number just because someone is pulling a kind gesture by telling you to send them your account number, and you think that, no, this guy likes me and now he's asking for my account number, so I'm going to give it to him. Be very much hesitant, because if he wanted to send you money, he would use your phone number. It's that easy. It's really that easy. I mean, it's also dangerous to share your phone number, but at the same time, it's not as bad as sharing your account number. But anyway, the updates are as follows. So apparently, emphasis on apparently, this guy has been sighted in Cape Town as we're speaking right now. Like, during the days that us ladies have been sharing our stories and our experiences, apparently he has been sighted in Cape Town. Some people say that he has been arrested. And then there was this other lady that gave me another number that he uses, or he used to contact her, which is 0791466790. So if anything, please watch out for that number. And I know that numbers can be changed. I mean, it's easy to get a SIM card, so just look out for that number. Look out for yourself. Be as stubborn as you can be. Be hesitant if you can. Like, just do so much to protect yourself, so that you don't get easily scammed. Like, the world is a cruel place, and I know that there are some of us that are quite gullible while not noticing it. But guys, please be safe. And ladies, stop giving out your account number. If he wanted to send you money, he would use your phone number. Every bank has a way of sending you money through your phone number. So, and also, before I end this, what I actually noticed in the comments is that he said that my phone number is not registered on Capitec. How did he know? I do not know, because those things, I guess, you only know them if you work with Capitec. So there's probably someone working with him on the inside. He gives them our numbers and then obviously checks on the system, like, what's going on with this person, and then that's when he charges, basically. So yeah, be safe, girlies. And yeah, don't fall for this. As much as I almost fell for it, do not fall for it. Trust your instincts, because they're always right.